Welcome to the channel, guys. As you can see, truck is silver and looks clean, but believe it or not, it is actually kind of dirty. It's not horrible, but it's kind of dirty. You can just kind of see it a little bit, and I don't even know if the camera will pick it up, but if that were still blue, you would definitely see it, and it would stand out really bad and probably look like crap. So definitely glad that it's back to silver. So if you missed the last video I posted, which was me removing the dip, if you missed that video, be sure to check it out. It was kind of a fun time, but kind of not a fun time. I was getting very agitated with some stuff. Some of the dip came off easy, some of it did not. So if you missed that video, be sure to check it out. And if you're stopping by for the first time, checking out this video, and you like what you see, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so today's video is going to consist of stuff on the car. I'm sure I haven't done an update on this in a little while, and I did do a little bit more work. So basically, the way the motor and everything sits right now, there's not a whole lot done because I know the last video did consist of the head being put on and everything. But I did, somewhere back in that mess of crap, is the lifters and the rocker arms. So I do have those ready, and they're ready to be put in. I do have some more components back there painted, which I will post some pictures of before and after. A lot of this stuff really looked like crap, and I completely redid it. Like this basically looked like that right there, just all kinds of crappy and corroded. So redid a bunch of that stuff. Kind of refinished the thermostat housing. Can't find new of that because I guess it is discontinued, which kind of sucks. So at least I didn't look terribly hard, but I looked at a couple places and I couldn't find them. So either way, got a bunch of the sensors and everything mounted in there. One thing that I did notice in the midst of breaking down the engine, which I definitely wanted to show you guys, that this car was running extremely rich shortly after right when I bought it, actually. It was just loaded with fuel and everything. And as you can see, there are the pistons and the cylinders. They don't look too bad, other than obviously all the carbon and everything on top of it. And I did see a little scoring there, maybe it looks like, but it still feels smooth and the cylinders don't seem bad. I didn't really check the crank or anything too much in the bottom end, but definitely a lot of carbon buildup on the top of those and on the bottom of the valves in the head, which I sent the head back, so I should be getting my core refund for that hopefully very soon. So got the coolant temp sensor mounted and the NOx sensor. The oil pressure sensor or sending unit actually had to be put at a different spot because the oil cooler is totally different on this one. You can just see it's a lot smaller, totally different design. And I was sort of confused at first because I was like, where am I supposed to mount this? Then I read in the description when I actually bought the motor that it gets relocated around the side where I have it right now. And another thing, then you have your crankshaft sensor there too. Another thing that really kind of slightly annoyed me, and one thing I definitely wanted to point out, this drain pan that I did have on here that I showed you guys that I mounted in a couple videos ago was the wrong drain pan. The wrong one. I had the wrong one sent to me and I didn't even know, and I just thought it was a different design. So that was a huge downfall. I went to mount the intercooler pump bracket here, and this bolt right here, there's threads that go back into the drain pan. The other drain pan never had those. There was nothing there for me to mount this. So long story short, I basically had to remove that drain pan, pull the stock one off of that motor because I wasn't gonna mess around getting the other one sent to me wrong again. So then I pulled that one and threw it on here. Had to redo that. I refinished it, painted that and everything. Then I could mount that. So it was just kind of annoying. And to top it off, the block I ended up having to was different thread sizes than the stock block. So I ended up having to drill out the holes bigger in the intercooler bracket to get bigger bolts through. So there's kind of a little bit of makeshifting going on, and it's kind of annoying. I mean, it's not a true LSJ block. I did get it from ZZP, and I think it's an LDK that they modified, the reluctor wheel and stuff. So whatever. I mean, it's just little minor things, and I'm hoping it stays that way. I'm hoping I don't have to do anything too major. But so far, everything's working out and holding out. So that sucked, having to do that. That was like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, so whatever. But it's still a slow process, but we're getting there, and that's definitely a lot more broken down than it was last time. And just oil residue all over everything. I mean, you can't even touch it without getting your hands black. Everything with the timing and all that stuff, I mean, it didn't seem horrible. The cams and stuff I have out now, obviously, and they actually look really well. I mean, there's the lobes and all that stuff weren't really worn or anything on them, and obviously I'm getting different cams. And even the cam sprockets, I mean, they don't look bad at all. I could probably reuse them. Whether or not I will, I'll have to decide that in the future. But I think as of right now, I just want to get the cams and everything and the water pump so I can actually time this motor and continue to progress with it. Obviously, it's going super slow. Did get an alternator, and there's a starter in that box there as well. So definitely a lot more parts have come in since the last video. It's just a slow process of getting it there. So what I'm gonna do today, also got the seats, the back seats removed. So what I wanna try and do today is clean the interior of the car the best I can. And it's really bad. I just don't even, this is one reason why I hate buying used cars from like from any private party. I mean, I've seen worse, but like when I was driving this, it wasn't my car. I didn't feel like it was my car. Like when I bought the truck, I bought it from a dealer. It was clean. It was immaculate inside. So right away, it was like, oh, this is mine. This, it's still, you can still smell like, I mean, obviously they smoked in here and everything else, but I mean, you can just tell it definitely needs cleaned out. It hasn't been cleaned out in a while. And you know, that's fine. I mean, that's what happens when you, a lot of times that's what happens when you buy private from a private party. So that's whatever, but that's just another thing I got to do. And unfortunately, I obviously have everything out. So I want to clean it all, and I want to try and get everything back in here because I'm losing a lot of room in my shed, and that's a problem because I keep buying more stuff and I have nowhere to go with it. So I just want to get everything cleaned out. I do actually have, I don't know if I went over that, but I have hoses in. I have another switch for that because I seen this is all taped. So I have a new one of those going in. And there's a bunch of interior stuff. So I'm going to try and clean this out and see what I can do. There's a bunch of stains in the carpet and everything. I mean, it's pretty bad. Like, that is all a giant stain. I don't know what. I just don't even know at this point. So I'm going to try and do that. I've been procrastinating it for a while. So we'll see what happens. We got the mini T-Rexes running over here, as I like to call them. So, yeah. Well, I finally got everything swept out for the most part. Obviously, you can see there's just tons of stains everywhere in the carpet and everything, which that's just totally going to be another day because there's so much staining and everything that it's going to take a long time for me to get that all out. So either way, that's besides the point right now. The main thing I wanted to get done was to get it all swept out. And the majority of it is pretty well clean, like I said, minus the stains and everything. So my main goal now, even though I have the motor in there that still has some things that can be done to it, if I can get this all clean, get all the interior and everything cleaned up, get all the side panels like that over there, I mean, that's just kind of really disgusting. And just get everything cleaned, and I might tint the back windows right away while all the seats and everything are out, so it's kind of a little easier. Pull the headrest and everything off. So it's a little easier for me to do. And then once I can get everything patched up, then I can start reassembling the interior, get the seats back in, and get everything like that. So that would be great if I could do that, and also get the motor underway too and get that taken care of. But it's a slow process right now, so hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It wasn't too much going on, but just a little update for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Check out some of the past videos. Have a great